this is a little baby in the game, and you don't control her with the buttons, even though in the game you're going to be using some of the buttons of PlayStation Vita for other features. But that's it. That's how you interact with her. You actually grab her hand, physically speaking, and you just like lead the way as you were sort of parent or guide. And if you're too, abrupt in doing this, she falls down. So you have to really take care of her. And whenever she finds something interesting, like a door, she's going to be going there by her own. So she has her own, life. She has her own character. You're just interacting with her and try to protect her during this kind of fantastic journey through the nightmarish world of children. So all the backgrounds here are designed by hand drawn. Here's when she gets scared by this guy, and basically you need to bring back the balloon to her, otherwise she will continue crying, and she will basically trigger the game over condition. So like I said, the gameplay is really based on emotion. Like in this case, she's a little child, right? She's supposed to be afraid of the dark, like in this case. So I want to go in, but she doesn't want to, right? So it's not about me, it's about her. So I need to find a way to make this path safe for her, so she can actually go through. So this is a very simple puzzle. You just move the light here, and that triggers like all the bats to move away from the cavern, so you can actually go inside. But it's these little things that actually start creating this emotional bond between the player and the character, because you really feel in charge of her when you do this. And by doing this, you kind of start understanding her own feelings and what she needs and what she likes, what she doesn't. We unveil this character as before, and then it's just like a matter of touching the balloon, it explodes, and then you grab the balloon content. This means basically that you have access to a new background, and by using the back touch screen of the PlayStation Vita, you can swipe and change the background. And once you've done it with it, you can actually interact with the background by tapping on the back. And in this case, this background is called the Scary Hell thing. It just scares all the characters in the foreground. So player knows that, and you see baby, she's scared, so she's not really moving forward too fast like before. So the backgrounds are actually changing completely baby's behavior in the foreground. So there's also an emotional link between background and foreground. Like in this case, right? Again, we have this guy who tries to run away from us and to stop us in any way we can. So since I cannot really interact with him, the only way I have is just to scare him away. Once again, give back the balloon to baby, and then I can proceed on the bridge. These are kind of stingers things, so the easiest way to proceed is just like pushing baby like this, so she will walk by herself and try to protect her. You can also move the balloon around to avoid being bitten, so you can interact with the balloon as well. So like in this example, once you reach the hole or a new obstacle, she doesn't know about it. So like a kid, she doesn't know what to do. So it's about you teaching her that this thing is not dangerous. So by just pushing her again on the back, it's like you're teaching, and she's happy. So the next time she finds the same obstacle again, she knows it. So she will jump automatically. Okay. And like in this case, you better stop her because there's a tentacle over there. So once again, you use the Scary Hell background, scare the tentacle away, and then allow her to jump over the obstacle. She's scared now, so it's okay, just go. So the game is all about building this relationship where she actually remembers everything that you teach her, and sometimes this could be even used against you, because what's safe in a chapter might be not safe in another one. So it's all about constantly communicating with her and teaching what's good, what's bad, and maybe what was good before is not good anymore. So there's this kind of constant communication channel with the players and the character, which is very, very much important for us.
Does she ever learn to be alone and be happy without the balloon, or is
No, that's the only condition. Like she cannot exist basically in the nightmarish world without her balloon. That's the only thing that you need to preserve because she's supposed to give it back to her mother.
So it's not simply just a balloon that the kid likes. It's actually a connection to her parents.
Yeah, it's like game-wise, it's definitely her own life. It's like kind of the life meter, right? Emotionally-wise, it's a connection to her parents and to reality, probably. It's not really clearly explained in the game because I want to leave it like that. It's really about the player to actually establish a connection and get it their own meaning by themselves, right? So. But that's the only game rule, which is the core. You cannot have baby without a balloon. She's gonna be crying because she's a little baby. She wants the balloon. That's it. I mean, it's like in this specific case, gameplay came out naturally from the core elements of the game, which is like taken by her by hand, and then I wanted the game to be consistent. So even using physics and basic elements like water, rain, fire. It's very easy to understand, but at the same time, you can create interesting gameplays and combinations. But definitely all the gameplay came after the core elements of interaction with her. So, you know, even by prototyping, we found out it was really funny and interesting to actually being able to move the balloon around, and she's looking actually because she sees your finger, and that could be easily translated into gameplay. So it's like the emotional core created a sort of gameplay mechanics vocabulary, and we use this vocabulary in order to trigger emotions.